Oh, yaga, yo.
That's up to you.
All right, so this next topic, Newcastle just won a ruling. Don't know if you heard about it. There was a big little hoopla about if they can go and get certain man from Saudi Arabia on loan, because they got that brother that just got the 10-month ban, so they need people,
And that's accommodations.
which is fine, except there was a little bit of drama because the people who own Newcastle own the club that Neves is at and whatever. So it's like, wait a minute, that can't work. Can't be just having man over there and then sending man back to England. What are you lot doing?
They own the club. They own it as a private entity.
There was a vote on the topic of can you loan players, buy players from clubs that your owners own, right? Now, that's fine, right? I think it is fine, but there's also space for there to be grey area and corruption within that. And
there's corruption in the game anyway.
Just within that. Focus, Five. Stop it. Focus. There could be corruption in that because, and the example that I heard them bring up was Maximum. Is his name Maximum?
Yes, it was a Maximum. He was at Newcastle.
Got shot to Saudi Arabia. Now they're saying that was quite cheap. This is a Premier League bad boy. And you just dash him over there and you're thinking, so that means what? You can loan him back whenever you want.
So, but did he not go out? Did he not get bought out on a thing? Did he not get... Hold on, I'm just getting me my charger.
Yeah, he got bought.
So the club that bought him, it comes from... So the club that bought him, they have an interest in other clubs in the UK. Is that what you're saying? Do they have an interest in the same club?
They own Newcastle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the owner in Newcastle
owns the club that Neves is at. I don't know if he owns the team that Maximus is at, but over there they're already saying that nothing is private. Like over there, the state own all them things there, bruv. So
what is Saudi Arabia?
That's what.
But the ball clubs over here are all private entities, right?
Yeah, over here. So what they're saying is like Saudi Arabia can buy. The way that I'm seeing it is Saudi Arabia can buy a player and then loan him back to Newcastle.
Well, why can't they? Is a private? But Premiership clubs are private entities, right?
Yeah, no, but you're not listening. It's like if Arsenal had a team in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
And that team, and obviously Arsenal have to be owned by Saudi Arabia owners, and that team go out and buy Mbappe, yeah, for 300, 400 million. That's nothing to them, right?
That's nothing to them, yeah.
And then they loan him to Arsenal. What kind of corrupt thing is that, blood? Because Arsenal couldn't afford him.
Well, they can.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's corruption right there. Otherwise, if Arsenal wanted him, Arsenal would have bought him. But to make it cheaper, you make the wealthy people buy him, and because they own Arsenal too, you can have him on loan for 4 years.
But hold on, let me ask you: doesn't the club Man City Etihad?
Yeah.
Who owns PSG? It's Qataris, isn't it?
Yeah. All them man, blood. It's a fucking monopoly job.
It is definitely a monopoly job, bro. It is definitely a monopoly job, big time.
That's why. That's because otherwise you have to think about it. That's why I said that man couldn't afford. No, it's not that they couldn't afford, but the price that they offered the Premier League to be bought, the Premier League said no. That's not no, we're not selling for that. So we'll just buy all your clubs then, innit? But you can't have like one family own the Premier League. Like the dad owned Newcastle, the sister owned Manchester United, the little brother owned Tottenham. You can't have that because then it belongs to them, innit?
Well, it's called nepotism, innit?
And if you have, think about it. If you have that, what's the point of having transfers? Dad, let me have that player. All right, son, you can have him.
But you got to pay me. You got to pay me.
The daughter comes. The
You
daughter
got to pay me
comes.
for free.
The daughter comes crying. Oh, daddy, my team ain't winning. Help me. All right, here's Mbappe because that's your daughter.
Yeah, but here, babe, you got to pay me back.
Right,
This is an investment.
Where's the money going? Nowhere. It's the family's money. So it don't matter. So it's for free. They can say, here's 500 million, dad, for that player. The money didn't move because it's our bank. You can't have that. That's why you can't have that. I don't even, but the
Money trumps everything, bro.
The club's got to vote, right? And
is that the owners of the club? Who does the voting? Is it the owners of the club?
I think this is the shareholders with the advice of the manager. So the manager tells the
ball manager, the coach football manager.
Yeah, the football manager tells them their view because they're the ones playing, innit? They're the ones involved in the day-to-day.
Managers can always
you tell us if you think Newcastle being able to do that is going to hurt us, then I will vote no, innit? But if you say it's fine, then it's fine. Only 12, I think 12 voted no. No, 12 voted yes. No, 12 voted yes and 8 voted no. So they get it because you have to have 14 clubs say no for it to change or whatever. You got to have 14 out of the 20, something like that.
So 14 out of 20. So 14 declined.
12 said yes and 8 said no. But I think that the 8 that said no was like Luton, Wolves, and them, man. Everyone else.
Of course they're going to say no.
And you know why?
They're going to say no.
You know why? Because I think Arsenal have it, but not with no Dubai team. They got it with like I think a Greece team and maybe a Russian team, and you get me? There's links. There's links.
Why?
For a fact. And
if you have the money, but
if you was to Google it, you know, like sometimes in like a third division in Sweden, Arsenal might have a link there, and they're even called Arsenal. They're like Arsenal SWFKG.
They're like a subsidiary. They're like it's like
the club and all them things there.
Team. In America, people call it a scouting team.
Yeah. Arsenal got it, but it's a lower level. Like Man City, they got Dubai, man. They got New York City in the MLS. They got big man. That's why Vieira was over there. Remember?
Yeah, but like I said, but who started that trend? The person who started that trend was Wenger.
Oh, I was gonna say
Wenger, in terms of manager, was the man who started that trend. Remember,
his one was a scouting network rather than having.
Wenger's one was this. Wenger was remember he's French, so any black speaking French nation, Guinea, Senegal, who else? Any of those French speaking nations, Guadeloupe, Martinique, all of the players who played for those nations or in that country, he had access to all of them because they was under the French Commonwealth. That's where Malak Desailly and Henry and Zidane and all these guys come from. Algeria, they're all French colonial countries. So he had access to all of these players. First choice, first refusal. Wenger was the only manager ever to have that. First refusal on any player who came from a French colony. And imagine that. That's real power, bro.
Yeah, real.
Any player from the French colony nation, whether it be in Africa, whether it be in the Caribbean, wherever place France conquered and colonialized, he had access to all those players. Hence why he found George Weah and all the great players that he brought and made them great. He had access to all of them.
I'll bring this back in a second.
Yeah, so he had access to all of them. But like you said, he changed that trend where he had access to all these players. So if he had a player who played at this club, but he wasn't really connected to Arsenal, but I could still get him anyway because he's from the French nation, and the likelihood he'd come to me anyway as a French.
Yeah. There's always that link. That's why Arsenal's always linked with the new Brazilian kid because of Edu. Because Edu used to work for the Brazilian Federation.
But that's how you build. This is how you build a scouting camp.
But that always makes me laugh. It's like, yeah, you could do that. But that's a little bit easy, isn't it? That's like saying when you get a German brother, he knows all the German kids, and when you get this,
Exactly.
they know.
It's about recruiting, bro.
But you know what? But as much as that is true, but I think now it's really that 50-50 with a lot of children. There'll be a Brazilian youth going, I love Mbappe. Mbappe's my icon. There will be. So that doesn't mean when a Brazilian coach says, yo, come work with me, that he goes running. Nah, blood. I want the guy who trained Mbappe. That's who I want to work with.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. This is what it comes to.
So it's all different. And you know, like, I think we even said this before on the episode a long time ago. Now, we are old school. We're
true school, bro. We're true school. We're true school.
Listen, we are old school. And when I say that, I mean,
I'm not old to this. I'm true to this, man.
There are kids who followed Ronaldo. They were
I saw that the other day.
They were Real Madrid fans. They were Inter Milan fans, and now they support the club that he is in Saudi Arabia.
No,
they follow him.
That's right. They support him.
Yeah, they follow him.
They support him.
Whatever shirt he's wearing, they're wearing. Yeah,
exactly. They support him.
To me, that's not a football. That's not a football fan, blood. That's a player. You're a player fan.
I support listen, MC Hammer said it well best. Right, MC Hammer said it well best. He's from Atlanta. See, his team's the Falcons. But he says this. When Coach Prime come over there, $0 come, he said this. Man, I asked him, man, you support the Falcons? Good man. I support Prime. Then I support the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Because he's from Atlanta, but of course, in Prime moves, he's always gonna be a Falcons fan, but he's always supporting Prime. That's why he support the Falcons.
Yeah. All right, gonna switch up. We'll be back. I got something to show you, man.
You can say I'm a player, 'cause I got bitches everywhere.
My name's Andrew Clark, former Premiership player. This is Bar Level.
What's up, people? Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.